Hello, and this is the second instalment of Paint in a Day with British Legion. Due to circumstances beyond our control, there will be a part 3. I know throughout the video we mentioned the fact that there'll only be 2 parts, and the reason why there will be a third part will become apparent as we go through. So sit back, get yourself a brew, or pick up some paint or whatever and get painting. On with the show. Hello and welcome to part 2 of Paint in a Day. As you know, I was doing them Saxons and there's 7 of them, and he was doing 1 miniature.
2.
1 on the same base. Told you. Sorry, on the same base. Anyway, so we're joined by Nick as ever. There he is, in glorious widescreen. I'll just turn him around. Can you see him? There he is.
Bioshock.
Huh?
Good game.
Bioshock. How much are you getting paid for that?
Sponsorship deal should be about 2k.
Alright.
No, I got it in a boot fair for 50p in one of them little vacuum packets, and then you put it in water and it expands.
Alright.
It expanded enough to just fit over me.
A fucking lot then, eh?
That's one of my best value t-shirts ever. Look, you see what's on the back. See that?
Oh, that's not bad, is it? Yeah. Hey, dreaded like that. That looks like one of them eggs that he does.
Yeah, it's like under the set in Art Deco sort of 1930s, and he goes underwater, and you've got loads of robots walking around as droid guards and stuff like that. Anyway, carry on.
Right. Okay. So back to me because I'm much more important.
I beg to differ.
Anyway, I'm going to go into now and do the update on where I am and what I'm going to be doing. So we'll cut. I was going to say cut to that now, but let's run VT. Okay, so this is where we left off yesterday. As you can see, everything's just basically covered in paint. There's nothing special been done yet. Today I will be doing things like the boots, painting them leather, working on like leather handles, the swords and the scabbards, belts. And that's about it really, because obviously as I plan to be dipping them, I've got somewhere, here he is, this fella, which is I got to actually do a wooden haft on his thing, but he's been done conventionally, you know, sort of with washes and layers and things quickly, you know, not just to get him to a tabletop standard, mainly because I can only go to a tabletop standard in my view. Or should I say, what is my view of a tabletop standard? So that's like normally done. These lot I'm going to use I put a dip on. So the other thing I need to get sorted is the shields. The shields I'll be airbrushing the primer on, and I will airbrush the facing sides white, and obviously then on the rear sides I'll be painting them wood. But I've got a little rig that I use for that, which involves this tape. I've done a video on it, so I'll put a link below on my holding small things video. So there you go. That'll be that. Yeah, that's about it really. Let's get on with seeing how His Highness is, what His Highness is up to. Catch you in a minute. Right, okay, we're back. What are you doing? Let me put you back on him. All right. So what are you doing?
Today I'm still doing El Dorado, but I've got a selection today. I've got some Westerners. There's 4 of them. So there's 4 I've got a choice of. I've already started a little tiny demon. And I've also started a nice little demon chick. I can't remember her name, but she's got a little tiny devil in her hand, and she's trying to seduce someone. So, and that started today from scratch.
Is a little tiny devil? Is it battery operated?
No, why? Oh. He's got sex on the mind, this man. Right? No. So she's started today from scratch. She was in my top drawer this morning, totally unpainted. So I'll see if I can get her done today.
All right. We haven't got as long today because we're starting later because I've been on the phone all morning.
Yeah.
So
I haven't got to pack the van up today, so I've got more time.
Yeah, well, I think we'll only have about 2 hours or so today, I reckon.
Yeah. Give it a little.
So there you go. All right. So what that actually means in real term is that the other issue is, of course, I ordered some Shield transfers from Little Big Men Studios last weekend, and they haven't arrived yet. So I can't do my shields.
Well, they might turn up today.
Well, they might turn up today, but the problem is I built my thing now to stick them on. There you go. So they're all stuck on that. But I'll airbrush. I need to airbrush to prime them.
Oh, right.
I tried brush priming with shields before, and it makes them all lumpy and they look shit. And so I'll have to airbrush them. Then obviously I've got to wait for the primer to dry properly because I'm like that. Then stick the transfers on. Well, then do the transfers, the varnish, then turn it over, whatever. Then I've got to glue them to the men. Then I've got to use the dip, and the dip takes 24 hours. I usually leave it 48 before I hit it with the matte varnish, and then finish the basing off. So what I'll probably do is upload all of this together as one part, and that might be on Monday or Tuesday next week. So there you go. Depending on Little Big Men Studios and whether their Shield transfers arrive. And he hasn't got the excuse of Salute this time. Because last time he said to me, it took him 3 weeks to get the transfers to me. He said, well, there's this thing called Salute, and it gets in the way. And I thought, fair enough. I'll give you that, but he hasn't had Salute this time. At the end of the day, what's he got to do? Stick some little things in an envelope and stick them in a post box. Show him.
Yep.
It didn't take more. I paid first class postage, you know what I'm saying? So, next day postage. I expect it before now, so I'm a bit miffed.
Yeah, come today, don't worry.
Alright, let's do some painting. See you in a minute. Okay, so a bit further on, and let's have a look how Nick's doing. What are you doing?
Well, I've just had lunch, as I normally do mid-morning.
Stop you from going mad.
I'm banging on painting. I've just sort of dry brushed my little girl. Well, that sounds a bit bad actually. I've just painted my my demon girl, and I've done some little demons here. But what I'll do a little video on my side in a minute and show you in a bit more detail what I've been up to. And I think Ringo's been doing some bits and bobs as well. What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Back to me. Tell you, we're dead professional, aren't we here now? We're getting it together. Basically, I don't know whether you can see that properly. I flat painted everything now, and I'm going to go over everything again because obviously I need the colours to be as solid and as strong as possible before I use the dip.
So can I stop you there?
Well, you can. I think you're very rude, but you can, yeah.
As you're an amateur painter, so don't you think it's sort of slightly cheating?
Amateur
using the dip.
Amateur paint me, an amateur painter.
I thought that would spur your appetite. I mean, what the benefits of using this dip is,
Well, the dip. Okay, I've seen loads of stuff. I did a post on my blog a couple of years ago about it, and the thing is, my view is that if you can, I've got an army to do, right, and I've got lots of figures to do, like the Skaven. The Skaven will be started because it is written, isn't it?
Yeah, it's written, but nothing's been done much.
Yeah, well, the Skaven, you see, I got lots of Skaven to do, so I'll be using the dip on them. And the point is, in my view, is that the consistency of the army painter dip is repeatable, so you can sort of like use it. You can get an old pot, run out, get a new pot, and work. I mean, in the past, I've used things like wood varnish, wood stain and stuff like that, but that's a bit inconsistent. And I've heard all these arguments about it. And then there's the aspects of it's cheating, isn't it? But in my view, it isn't, because I've got a massive army to paint, and as long as you're neat and tidy with the base coats, you can use it and it comes up well. I mean, I used it on my dwarves and it comes up well. And you see all these other people going about it saying that, oh, it's all shiny and this, that, and the other. Well, yeah, of course it is, because it's varnish. But the idea is that when it's dry, you go over it with a matte coat, and so you go over it with a matte coat, and then you can paint on that as well. You can put like highlights and stuff on it. But it's just a quick way of getting an army painted, in my view, and they look all right. I mean, Viv uses it, doesn't he, on his? I've seen Viv's stuff. Yeah, rubbish in, rubbish out. He uses it quite a lot. I watched him do some. I think he did some Imperial Fists a while back, and he painted them over the dip. They looked pretty good at the end of it. And
I'll be looking forward to seeing how they turn out.
Well, they'll turn out fantastic, won't they?
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, because they'll be certainly a lot browner by the time they're finished. And as we know, you like everything brown, you. So you can't see that. He's got a pack of, what's that? Six.
Hang on, I'm trying to say it properly. It is Citadel Shade, Gravlax Earthshade.
Right. Okay. Where's the G?
A-G-R, Gravrax. Agrax.
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 Agrax, not.
It's Earth. This is where my brain thinks it up. It's Earthshade, so that's gravel to me. So Gravelax, that's what it is. It does the job what it says it on the tin.
Right. So there you go. British Legion having a meltdown. So yeah, I like the shade. It's a good technique. It's one of these things. It's a tool for the job. And you have to pick the right tool for the job, which is why you get picked a lot for jobs, because you're a tool.
I was just going to cut back. I was just going to say.
I can see your face working. Right, I can see your face working. Then I thought I'm going to get in quick.
I wasn't quick enough. It's a family show.
It is a family show, yeah. So yeah, it's the right tool for the job. If you've got a lot of things to paint, then base coats and a dip and matte varnish sorted, and they look good on the table. They look fine. I mean, obviously, I can paint with layers and washes and stuff like that as well. So I don't consider it cheating, because if I really wanted to spend 3 days a miniature to paint 500 troops, I could. So that's what, 1,500 days in painting. How many years is that? That's 4 years, 4 or 5 years to paint an army. You ain't got that amount of time. So as a tool for that, you can use the dip, and it works, protects them as well, and everything they look cool at the end of the day. I mean, like I say, I've shown some of my dwarves that I've done with them, but you'll see what these look like at the end, and I think you'll.
Can you tell us about the technique that you use when you go for a dip? Do you test? Do you go head first, or
I can see.
Sort of test it with your toe before you.
I could see it in your eyes. I could see that in your eyes. I could just see it in your eyes. You're going to say something stupid, aren't you? Well, what you have to do, you put your elbow in first.
Oh, sort of room temperature?
Yeah, you've had 3 kids. You should know this. You put your elbow in first, and if it's not too hot, it's not too cold. The little man, when you put him in.
Now I used to just chuck the rubber duck in, and if it didn't melt, they were all right.
Yeah, well. Anyway, I think that's enough for this segment. So what basically all I'm going to be doing now is going over these, because my shield transfers still haven't arrived. and the postman hasn't been yet, so we've got time. But I'm not going to get them finished today, am I? So there you go. But I will carry on doing bits and pieces. I'm going to do the overpainting and tidy it up so they're all neat and tidy, and we'll have a look at the end and have a look where he gets up to in a minute. Alright, see you in a bit, bye. Okay, so I've done everything I'm going to do now. All of my little men are basically base coated, just ready for the final immersion in the wondrous brown stuff that is called the dip. I won't be dipping them like that because I want to put the shields on first, but as I've been let down by Little Big Men Studios and they still haven't posted out my stuff because the postman's just been, unfortunately it won't be today. So what I'll do is I'll do a bit after the end of this because he's done some bits and pieces, haven't you? And we've got to finish up for the day. So here we are. Right, Nick.
Well, I'm pushing on to Moscow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why Moscow?
It's what pushing on to Moscow was. Who's that comedy duo that did a sitcom where he used to work in a office and he was like where he wore a camouflage jacket. Well, that's one of his sayings. He says, "Oh, let's push on to Moscow."
I don't know. Television mystery. To me.
He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he dunked them in again.
Do you want to know the worst of it? He hasn't been drinking.
I will be tonight. It's Friday,
Yeah,
and it
come
ends
on.
with a Y.
Come on. Show us your figures.
That's off 40 Towers. Show us. No, I can't remember what it is. No, there's you can't see it because my computer's underneath a shelf, and when I put it right up to the camera, it goes black. So, but I have started painting Aidan. That's St James, Aidan St James, and I've nearly finished two of my demons that I can quickly show you. But again, I'll show it on my video, but you can't really see them. They're very small as well. They're like miniature demonettes.
So they count. So 4 of those counts as what? 1 mini?
Yeah, this would count as one.
Surely no, they're on separate bases.
Yeah, and this won't fit into me quick shade. I'll keep dipping it. It keeps hitting the sides, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. I've only got one of them small pots.
That's because you got the wash.
Yeah. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. Oh, stupid.
Right, so that's that then. I will add a bit on at the end. So it's Friday now, so it might be next week now. It depends on the post and drying times and all that sort of stuff. Because I don't really want to just put this out and then do part 3, because you'll be bored senseless, won't you? So
Plus, he can't afford me.
no, he charges a fortune. He charges a fortune for his guest appearances. So yeah. All right, and so catch you in a minute when I put up the rest of the video and finishing off the Saxons and showing you what they look like. So, see you in a bit. Bye. It's a couple of days later. In fact, it's Tuesday the following week, and my stickers still haven't come for my shields, so they're sitting there ready. In the meantime, I've just painted a few archers up. I'm going to dip these now to test. The Saxons are still there, waiting for their shields. And I did some Normans as well, but you can't see them. Those archers are Normans, but yeah, bring them around. I did some Normans as well, so come on, stickers. Still no decals, so they're still like that. But what I have done is I have dipped these, and still a bit, they're not dry yet, so they're still very shiny. They look cool. I think they'll turn out alright. So there you go. We'll have a bit of a discussion on the dip, I think, because it does turn out well. Anyway, hopefully the transfers will come tomorrow, do the shields and finish off the Saxons. Okay, cheers, bye. Okay, so that's as far as we've got. Bit disappointing, not finished Saxons yet. There will be a part 3. But we did the Norman archers and a couple of Norman spearmen, which you'll have no doubt seen by now. Or if you haven't seen them by now, you'll see them after this. I think it turned out well. So here he is, the man himself. Just to finish off.
Well, I can't do much because my eyes are knackered. Because this is a bit later on in the week.
A bit later. It's this following bloody week.
Yeah, exactly. I've just come back from hospital for an eye. I've had just a simple eye test for my diabetes, and they put stuff in my eyes that make my pupils dilate, and I can't see jack shit. So
cocaine.
I just vaguely see the camera.
Cocaine. But, is it cocaine? Is it cocaine that they put in?
No.
Right.
No, everything will be back to normal in about a couple of hours. So
right.
I've just got to sit here and do nothing. I know nothing. No
change then.
I'm infamous.
I know you are. Yes. Go and check him out on the Eldorado. Was it Cypher Studios Facebook page?
Yeah, the official one. Yeah.
Yeah, Cypher Studios. He's famous. Anyway, so that wraps up part 2 of Painting a Day. We'll do a bit more when the Little Big Men Studios decide that it is ordained that they will send out my shield transfers for my Saxons, and we'll see in part 3 how they turn out. So that's it. Catch you later. Bye. Okay, so this is the few Normans that I did with the dip. I think it turned out alright, to be honest. They're good tabletop looking minis. A bit more base work to do, but I'm a bit impatient. I wanted to get on. So all dipped, look alright. These fellas are some black tree archers, and these are some of the Normans. Dismounted foot knights. So yeah, there you go. Bit of a closer look at them. Bit blurry, isn't it? Right, so that's it. That's what I did. I think brush time on these is about 25 minutes a miniature. Drying time's about 4 weeks. No, seriously, it's about 24 hours, obviously, because of you have to let the dip to go off. But you know, it's not bad. Getting an army done pretty quick. Alright. That'll do.